Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name's Rochelle, and I'm here to do the weekend reading for December 25th and 26th, 2021. Merry Christmas, everyone, or Happy Christmas, as they say in the UK. I think they say that in Australia too. Yeah, the Christmas season is upon us. So let's find out what's going on for us this weekend and the days to come after that. I'm going to be starting with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I did this yesterday. I love this deck so much. Yeah, Queen of the Moon Oracle, and I'm going to see what we see. This is for the collective. Um, Anyone tuning in? Tapping into the energies. What do we got? Hunger. That is morning where I am. Hunger. Maybe you're about to have breakfast. No, I mean, there's something more there. Let's find out. What is this hunger? Self-reflection. Hunger for being hungry for knowledge, perhaps? Ooh, I just saw 111. And one person watching and one like that. The 5 once. That's pretty great. Self-reflection. So, hey, good morning, Jojo. Um, this is a very interesting picture. So we have what looks like the same person, suppose it could be twins, holding hands outside the mirror. And then inside the mirror, they're in water. Water represents emotions. It feels like reflecting on the big emotions that are coming up. It's funny with the twin thing. It makes me think of Gemini. But yeah, there's a hunger for something more, for understanding, for diving deep into the emotions. Resistance. This is interesting. Um this is why there's this need for self-reflection. Why there's this feeling of hunger, because of this resistance. It's holding something back. It's holding back something that you want. It's this resistance is so strong. This image is it's like, this fist has been closed for so long that there are trees growing out of it. There's a whole ecosystem that has grown up around this resistance. This resistance has been there for a long time because, as we know, it takes time for trees to grow. And the problem with this is that with resistance, there isn't a flow. And so there's this sense of, energy flowing away, whatever you want not being able to come in. You can only get what you want with your hand open, right? And so that's why there's this hunger and this need for self-reflection. Like, why is there this resistance here? What am I holding on to? Why am I holding on to it? Very often our story, we don't want to let go of our story. Who would we be without our story about what's happened to us? And whatever we're resisting, whatever we think we can't do, or we don't know how to do, or how to deal with something, or it's always been this way. There's so many things that we tell ourselves why there's that resistance there in the first place. Let me get one more here. Wisdom. This came up in yesterday's reading. Gaining knowledge, reaching in order to move up, in order to reach for the stars. You have to build up your knowledge, your understanding about things. And it can be a very slow process, book by book. These are pretty big books she's standing on. Probably takes a minute to get through those. In order to release this resistance, there needs to be this self reflection, this time taken to learn about yourself, learn about what you want, learn about what's holding you back, what's going to boost you to where you want to go. Let me go to the what's it called? Um Mystical moments. Tarot of mystical moments. Queen of Wands. Her big sunflower. And all the I don't even know what they are. Little moth thingies flying around. It's like it's yeah, the Queen of Wands typically is someone who is very attractive, very bold and strong. She's the warrior. She's the life of the party. She's that head turner. Um, I'm getting the sense that through this self reflection, this light is being sh- shined. Is yeah, shined. It's a weird. Don't know. Yeah, being shined on things, illuminating things. There we go. Um, that maybe weren't clear before. Maybe we're in the dark because it is nighttime here. And it's like possibly using your own light to see things in a new way, to maybe to see your own amazingness, how awesome you truly are. You know, the moths to the flame, except they're not going to get burned because it's just a flower. But it's like other people see it, and so now you're shining the light, and you're starting to see it as well. King of Pentacles. That's interesting. Standing up on the antlers. Antlers can represent antenna, that kind of um that connection, that thing that allows you to connect to your higher power, to get what you want, to get that stability, to be to feel prosperous. And this guy being up on top there, it's just like you being on top of your game. Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles. This can also be yeah. I was gonna say it could also be someone in your life. It's certainly possible, if you resonate with one over the other. Maybe you have a lot of fire in your chart, or you have a lot of earth in your chart, and um, there's someone else who's kind of balancing you out. But this can also, it kind of feels like this is you coming into balance with the feminine and the masculine within yourself, using the feminine power to light the way, and your masculine power to decisively guide you forward, um very in a very practical sense, taking those steps that you need to get you where you want to go. And Queen of Swords, two queens and a king. This is amazing. Okay, so wow, it's a Thought it was a hot air balloon, but it's actually tethered to the trees below. And it's like some kind of like little apartment building or something with all the windows. And she's just sitting right on top. The Queen of Swords is about being very decisive, about being very clear and honest and communicating exactly what you want. And here we have air, not mincing words, cutting out whatever is not whatever you don't want, whatever's not good for you. She's got very strong boundaries. She's got what's it called? I mean, it's kind of a telescope thing. I guess that's a telescope. Looking off into the distance, seeing what's coming, understanding that there's always more on the way, and you have to prepare for what's coming. Continue with that self-reflection. Continue gaining that wisdom. Wow. I mean, too, because we have two queens and a king, it could be where there's two, two different figures in your life, or there's, these different um characters that play a role in your life, these people who show up in these different ways. Everyone has something to teach you. And by getting those lessons, then you grow, you benefit from that. You gain this wisdom from these different people. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is usually a card of defending yourself. This guy, we've got the strong man here. He's got love tattooed on his body. He's been through it. He's just looking at the pictures, there's some people fighting down here. It's, yeah. Got the skull, the flowers, the woman, the adventure, like all the things. This is all everything that he's been through has made him strong, made him strong, has gotten him to this point where um he is the best version of himself through the good and the bad. It's all made him who he is. He's become wise. And wise and strong, understanding how to get himself out of, like, because he's pulling the bars, out. He understands now how to get himself out of his cage through strength alone because of what he's learned. So this feels like whatever you've been dealing with, you are coming to a place of, through doing that self-reflection. Maybe you're not ready to let go of the resistance yet, but you certainly are beginning to recognize it and understand how to. I mean, her hands are wide open. She's reaching, right? You have to let go in order to reach for the stars, in order to reach for what you want. And you have it within you. You gotta set those strong boundaries, be very, very decisive and bold in what you want. Shine the light on what you want. Shine the light on situations around you that are not immediately clear. And then take those consistent steps forward until you're king of the mountain, king of the antlers, as it were. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. What an interesting weekend reading for us for Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful holiday wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.